Let's see if this works right off the bat.
Hello,
Hello,
how's it going?
Omar. Is it? I think it's working. I think we're good.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah.
so.
Again, I'll turn you up a little bit, but I think our volumes are all right.
Okay,
Um, Let me just make sure your portfolio is up here, and we can just. Oh man, this is a cool portfolio.
thanks.
Okay. Uh, yes. Let's go, huh? I'm going to shrink myself quite a bit as well, so just kind of keep me out of the way. Maybe I'll go up here. Um, cool. Yeah. So 3D environment artist. You're already at a studio as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And you got your most recent stuff. Looks like you got an honorable mention for the
That's
Grand
it.
Space Opera.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Dude, cool. So, do you want to talk a little bit about like who you are and how you got to where you're at?
Yeah, sure. So I studied game art in a school in France, and 2 years ago I finished the studies, and then I joined the industry right afterwards. I worked at Ubisoft for 1.5 years on this little VR game called Agus. It's down on my portfolio, and then I joined Capsule Studio, which is a studio that makes CG trailers. But when I was there, I worked on real-time 3D environments on Unreal Engine 4. And
Nice.
I would like to be a 3D environment artist, which I already am, but
Yeah.
I would like to continue doing this. Yeah,
Keep pushing yourself, I guess.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is. I mean, you can see the progression as well, in the quality of your work. Like these last 4 or 5.
Hmm.
I mean, that cheese platter looks pretty good. Not gonna
Delicious.
lie. Yeah. So is there anything in particular that do you feel like you're strong at, and then what do you feel like you're weak at currently?
I would say hmm, that's a good question. I think I'm the most comfortable at building environments and putting things together. And I would say I'm the weakest at maybe going very far in realism and quality when it comes to props.
Mm. You mean realism like realistic material work or
Realistic props and materials, yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
So I mean, while the cheese platter one looks slightly stylized, I would say that
Yeah.
you're really trying to push those materials more into the realistic direction. So
Mm,
that that
mm.
one that one draws me close to I guess what you're looking for. This one
Yeah.
looks like this one's 2 years ago. Have you changed the order of these at all?
They are not in chronological order. But yeah, the one hmm, yeah, they're definitely not adjusted. So yeah, the one you were looking at just before is my graduation project.
Hmm.
And then the most recent ones are the two first ones.
The
Yes,
two
and
first
then
ones. Okay.
after this, it's around 1 to 2 years old.
Right. Okay, so maybe I'll look at the like the first maybe the first 5 or first 4.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I mean, so when I look at your portfolio, I think it's cool that you've got the you say it was a Gus or a
Yeah,
Goss?
yeah, Agus. A game of
Agus?
space. It stands for a game of space.
Oh my god. Of course it does. Of
Yeah.
course it does. No, this is I think it's cool that this is in here. I appreciate that there's a material in here as well, just to
Mm,
kind of show that you're trying to push that understanding of it.
yeah.
Like maybe you're not a material artist, but like you're showing that you at least can grasp the the concept of substance designer. Dude, I've
Yeah, I
got
want
allergies bad today, so sorry. I'm coughing like crazy.
no problem. No, I want to one thing I really like to understand how everything works.
Mm,
Even if in the end I would like to specialize in I mean I am specializing in environments, I like to understand like uh how all the pieces are made
yeah,
separately.
yeah. So you just have just an overall curiosity on like use use of tools and kind of
Yeah,
pushing details
absolutely.
and
I would say the only thing I don't really dive into is character and animations.
mm,
But besides this, yeah, I definitely like to get the processes of making props, materials, shaders, lighting, and everything that builds an environment, basically.
cool. Dude, this falling clouds at the world's end is really interesting. I was trying to, so I didn't quite understand what was happening with the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I guess once I read the title, it became clear that things are just not normal.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely. Yeah,
you're
yeah.
at the edge.
At the edge of the world, if the Earth was flat.
Yeah, this is it's pretty interesting. And what's the idea with the different colors?
This was I would say I wanted to experiment with the moods and
Mm,
try to just transmit feelings just with the lighting and the colors.
right. This is a lot of experimenting as well.
Yeah, maybe a bit too abstract. I see. I mean, you say you didn't understand it, so I guess I mean that's definitely my fault, and I think it's very as you say experimental, a bit abstract. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I mean I think it's fine that this is posted in here.
mm,
Um, I just wonder if like when I read the title, it became a little bit clearer as to what was going on.
yeah.
I wonder if there's this could be one of the rare occasions where like a single line or a single sentence per image talking about what's happening
Ah,
as you go
yeah.
through could be quite interesting for
Okay.
the presentation.
Yeah.
But no, this is pretty cool. I think when we start getting into this, like this mineral one is quite interesting. Was this just
Mhm.
you pushing material types?
Exactly. So, I would say the thing is, since my 2 years of professional work, I've been heavily focusing on getting comfortable technically, knowing how to do things. And right now, I'm a bit getting out of this mindset because I'm more comfortable and I start looking into the more big picture side of things like design, narrative, and stuff. So I feel like
Mm,
I'm just starting to get in there. And so my portfolio, I would see the way I see it is it's a lot of technical experimentation, and I would like to make it go towards a bit more relevance, design and narrative wise. So
mm,
yeah, this what you're looking at is definitely just uh, technical exercise and exploration. And the subject in particular is I just play StarCraft a lot, and I like I like strategy games and those precious minerals you see sometimes. So I
yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to make something like this.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting because like the look of the materials, especially like the that purple color, is
Hmm.
probably in the light is maybe too saturated, but when it
Okay.
goes into shadow, you lose that kind of that purple,
Yeah.
and the asset I feel like it gets even stronger. So I'm wondering if like I wonder if it's that purple that's kind of throwing me off.
Ah, yeah.
Because when I
Uh,
look down in your like in your albedo, for example,
hmm.
the mineral you're saying is purple, but in
Mm-hmm.
your emissive, you've got purple in it as well.
Right. Right.
I wonder if it's yeah, it's interesting because when it goes into shadow, you only see the emissive of the green.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. I think it might maybe it lacks some global illumination or some shadow light or color.
Mm. I mean, either way, it's I think the left one is more intriguing to me. And maybe it's just the way that it's positioned as well.
Yeah.
But no, this is cool. And yeah, dude, minerals are they're precious.
You won't mind them.
um, so yeah, seeing even your thumbnail really frames the like that makes you click on it for sure.
Huh.
The thumbnail on it's very strong.
Okay.
The silent day in a mystical forest.
Yeah, I like to give long titles.
Yeah, I mean it's like you're trying to describe the mood.
Yeah.
Now this one's really cool as well. What was the goal with this one?
Um, this is the first vegetation environment I made. So the goal of this one
Mm,
was purely to get the to have a first grasp at vegetation, and
right.
I wanted to have a fantasy touch in my portfolio, style a bit stylized, something that I would see in dark fantasy game, I would say.
Yeah, it's kind of like in chat they're saying like Night Elves area vibes.
Yeah, exactly,
I forget what
exactly.
that place is called.
The yeah, in the beginning of I remember actually my first days on World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
The first area is a bit like this, color-wise. It's
Mm.
the Teldrassil or something like this.
Man, I can't
Yeah,
remember it. It's been Ashron? Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe that's what it is. Tel was it Teldrassil?
yeah.
Yeah,
Teldrassil,
okay,
I
okay,
think.
yeah. All right, you guys are up on your lore then. Uh
Mhm. Haha.
so I think I mean this one's a year old. So it's a little ways back, but I like when you have these looped videos,
Mhm.
if you can keep the camera moving at the same speed, it won't be nearly
Uh,
as jarring as it keeps looping. You'll actually be able to see stuff clearer, which is
that's
really
true.
it's
Yeah.
a weird effect, but
Mm.
this is really nice of the breaking down the how the scene is populated. I know that when it comes to the way that a ground is covered with foliage, like this is let's say this is the I don't know the purple mystical forest biome, right?
Mhm.
You're gonna have like certain plants, certain trees. It looks like there's some mushrooms in there,
Yeah.
and I think adding logics to like where those grow does
Yeah.
a whole lot. So like if you were to say like the mushrooms kind of cluster in certain areas or maybe just around the trees,
Mm.
whereas like some of the like the purple grass
Yeah.
tends to be further away from the mushrooms, then you start to get this ability to have a little bit more compositional
It
control.
makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and it tends to look a little bit more I guess realistic in how we look at things in reality.
Yeah, every time I go back at it, I think the same. Like there should also be trees at different stages of growth. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, just the way nature works because it's a bit scattered in the same way. All the plants.
Yeah,
So yeah,
kind of even. It's like an
exactly.
even
Mm.
distribution of the. Because I'm like,
Every
dude,
species.
that's hella mushrooms. Man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's a lot of mushrooms.
um, I think with the trees as well,
Hmm.
where you can benefit a lot from this is if you're gonna make two trees. It looks like one is a little bit fuller than the other,
Yeah.
um, and that can be pretty easy to do with just like cutting down either the amount of branches or the amount of leaf cards, right?
Mm, yeah.
Um, but I think when it comes to really getting these trees to feel full and
Hmm.
natural, it has a lot to do with the way that these planes are facing. Because right now you've got a lot of them where you're seeing like you'll end up seeing the angle where you're seeing the side of the card,
Yeah.
and
Right. Yeah.
wherever you have that, you just need to place another one that's kind of
That
facing the
cover it.
camera, and
Yeah.
that should mask that I guess the 3D feel
Yeah.
that people talk about a lot when they're like, why doesn't it look right? What
Mm.
is happening? But no, this is pretty cool. I guess the only other thing maybe is like using the trees and the terrain to your advantage when it comes to trying to build like a scene, it
Yeah.
because it looks like what you were trying to do here is just capture like a biome, like the look
Yeah.
of a specific type of place, not
Absolutely.
necessarily like a particular angle or an interesting shot, but just like this is what this place looks like.
Totally. Mm.
Which isn't, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It becomes stronger once you build composition and and have like either narrative or like you're framing stuff in a very
Yeah.
specific way.
I would definitely do it differently if I were to redo it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny how that works.
Yeah, no, really. Every time I go back
Yeah.
to my portfolio, I want to redo everything. Of course, you don't have time, but
Mm. What was the other? There was something else I was gonna say. One thing I've been noticing when dealing with, I mean, this I know this is a year old, but like when you're if you're working with foliage now,
hmm
and you can do it's like pivot painting per mesh to kind of give it the information and make it individual, even though they're like merged together as a single asset. Uh, there is this technique of actually modeling out all the grass blades with
yeah,
geometry instead of using alpha.
right.
And the ray tracing or the lumen, I guess, in Unreal seems to like that a lot more um,
N-
than
Then
dealing with
transparent
alpha.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I noticed they've been doing this in the most recent games. Ghost of Tsushima, I
yeah,
noticed
yeah,
the grass blades look like, I mean, they're clearly geometry.
yeah. They're definitely modeled. I think all of
Yeah,
their ground foliage is modeled geometry
exactly. Mm.
instead of like paying for that alpha and
Yeah,
getting all that overdraw. You just
exact.
eat the geo. No, that's cool though. And then we've got this seppuku after the battle. Dude, I'm loving these titles. mm. Would you like to talk through this one, or is this just
Yeah,
explain itself?
well, it does, but it's definitely the piece that's been giving me the most trouble lately. So I just wanted to try for the first time to represent something with to introduce characters to my work, and well, it was quite complicated to make sense in terms of storytelling and design. And basically, I wanted to represent a lord committing seppuku after his army lost the battle. So basically, you have his dead soldiers on the floor, and he's about to do it, and I forgot how you call it in Japanese, but the person who's gonna execute him right next to him.
mm. Yeah, because you commit seppuku and then they behead you, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I have almost no understanding of the traditions of that, so that was purely a guess on my end.
Well, you guessed it right. But yeah, no, the way it goes is if you, as a samurai, are dishonored in different possible ways, like you lose in battle or you commit a crime of certain kind, you can choose uh, to not to die by your own hand, let's say, and in that case, you can also get to choose the person who's gonna execute you, who should be someone you respect or a friend of yours,
mm.
and that's
Oh,
how you
interesting.
go. That's how you go without being dishonored. Let's say it's quite thick. I mean the whole tradition behind it and the history.
Man,
I wonder.
these are
Yeah.
strong, dude. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just wondering how much I should explain it in the description when I post something like this. It's a bit. It seems like from what you say that it's a little bit niche, as a target for in terms of target audience. So you,
I mean, I think I think mainstream understands seppuku,
yeah,
but I don't the second part with the other person.
yeah,
Not I don't think that's as common knowledge, but I mean at the same time I haven't dug into it too deeply.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so I don't think I think describing like what let's see here and incorporating characters in my environment truly challenging and a blast. Did you do the characters yourself?
No, the characters are from the marketplace.
Oh right, I see it here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think this is really nice. Like the way the characters are there and adding the element of motion into
Mm.
the banner um is really good. I don't know if there's a way to like hang on, I gotta open WhatsApp. But I don't know if there's a way to like get the characters to move.
Yeah, right. An idol, something.
Yeah, even if it's
Mm.
just man, I don't even know if you could do like imagine if you were to paint like a wind mask. and then from there you just mask out where you don't want them to move, and then just get
Oh,
the wind motion to give them a bit of a movement, and that alone would do it.
would yeah make it seem less like they're sculptors, you know? Yeah,
Yeah, because right now they're very
totally.
still. It does help a lot that you've got shadows from, I think it's coming from the tree.
It's from the tree. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really good. And your trees here look much better.
Well,
I don't,
I mean,
is this one yours, or did you find this on the?
you're pointing towards. Yeah, no, this one's mine. The
Hmm.
cherry blossom one is mine, and the dead one is a modified one from Megascans.
Mm,
Mm.
nice. Yeah, I think framing wise, this is really nice. The tree you built looks pretty good as well. I guess maybe the branches, the main branches, are evenly spaced out.
Mm.
But I don't. Were you using speed tree for that? It looks like you were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why, right? Because I could have added a bit more uniqueness by hand. I think I probably didn't work enough in moving the branches by hand.
I mean, it still looks good. It's just like finding ways to push it a little bit further.
Yeah.
Um, the other thing, I guess, when it comes to this first image is looking at the grass, and it's
Mhm.
it's quite even as far as length goes. Is that
Right.
just because like is the idea that it's kind of untouched, and the only reason there's areas where it's flat is because there was a battle here?
Yeah. That was my thinking actually.
Mm,
Yes.
okay. As I'm trying to figure out how you could do how you could push that further. And I think it
Uh.
would require the camera to be slightly higher so you can see the grass plane.
Yeah.
And then you could paint out the paths for where everyone was moving.
Hmm.
So you just spray down crazy amounts of grass and then just paint out all of their movements.
Yeah.
And that maybe that could depict it a little bit better. But
Okay.
yeah, it just feels like the grass is very even, I guess.
Yeah. That no, that's true. Now that you say it, obviously I can see it. I agree. Maybe there should be patches of higher and then a bit more like a leopard stain pattern in terms of height of grass.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah, and then in chat, maybe a more defined background. This came from chat as well. So
Right. Like yeah, I read it.
I
Okay.
because I really like the mountain there, and it's not too centered, so you're doing a pretty good job of like not making it look. It doesn't feel weird back there.
Yeah.
Um, I guess maybe if it was bigger, I
Hmm.
don't know. I think the distance is pretty good because if it was bigger, maybe the peak would be over here. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
watching the stream.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Um,
watching the stream.
and then kind of using the space in the sky to like work the composition with clouds.
With clouds. Yeah. Okay.
And of course, you don't want the clouds to like steal the spotlight. It's supposed to be on these two characters, right?
Yeah. Right.
Um, and then you've got these black and white images, which I think are really cool. Did you do any research into like how they're supposed to be black and white, or did you just go for that look?
No, honestly, I just went full manual. I put the saturation at 0 and I retweaked all the settings until I liked it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Then again, I mean, I had some frames of black and white movies on the side, of course, but it didn't go further than this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I can tell with the way that your image is black and white. I
Hmm.
mean, it obviously has a little bit of color to it, but
Yeah.
I can tell that you were looking at black and white imagery because if you were to just be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna make it
Absolutely.
black and white,"
Yeah.
then you're gonna have like the crushed black values and like not so much in the gray ranges, but it'll look off. And I
Yeah.
think
Mhm.
yeah, I think it looks really nice. This extra shot here is a really cool frame.
Cool.
Um, and in this case, I would actually vote for like making the mountain pushed
Smaller.
back like it is,
Okay.
because then you're really looking at like they're towering over the mountain, in
Right.
even though it's a perspective thing. But
Mm.
yeah, um, but yeah, this is really cool. I guess with this stuff, um, you said you got these models on the marketplace, right?
Yeah, the characters are from the marketplace. Yes.
Um, I think all I would do with these is maybe try and modify the materials to push the surfaces and the way they react with the lighting a little bit more.
Okay.
Um, but
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. I guess like I'd have to look at the like you have some references down here,
Right. Yep.
and I guess I wonder what the material types are like.
Um. Yeah. It really depends. It's metal, but it's also painted.
Mm.
Uh. So yeah,
Oh yeah, that can
I'll
do some weird stuff to
push
the.
the push the research. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Because now, yeah,
it's
it's
very
very
cool.
uniform.
Yeah, I guess especially on like the chest area, it
Yeah.
feels a little flat, but there
Exactly.
is normal information there. I can see it.
Yeah.
Maybe just trying to push that more.
Maybe a more interesting roughness map, I think.
Yeah, we can say the famous like roughness variation
Yeah.
phrase. No, this is cool though, man. It looks really good.
Thanks.
Um, yeah, awesome. And then I guess this is your most recent one.
Exactly. And then the Grand Space Opera challenges.
Yeah, this is 3 months ago.
Yep.
Man, there's some interesting stuff going on here. Just really interesting shapes. How did you feel about this one? How much was made up and how much came from like is there a concept that came with this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The concept is right under your mouse right now. It's the second
Uh,
link, environment design.
oh
Up,
right,
up,
right.
up.
Okay. Let's see
This
here.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I took this concept.
Dang, this is totally production concept. It's like this is how you need to approach it. It's like they broke it down for you so you can look at the
Exactly.
elements and then just build it.
Yeah, it was very it was very easy to work with this. It felt like I really didn't need to invent anything.
Yeah. Some nice materials in there with the coral. There's like coral walls.
Exact.
Did you are those did you make those in substance, I guess?
Yeah, I made the 90% of the materials on a Substance Designer, and I think just one I mixed some stuff on a Quixel mixer.
Nice. Yeah, see, and this stuff looks really cool by comparison of like this your older material.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's worth like swapping it out
Ah.
for one of these materials just to
Yeah.
bring the initial like front face of your portfolio up a little bit more in detail because you've definitely leveled up the quality of your material work.
Mm.
When I look at the stuff that's in here, oh, this is cool with
Okay.
the breakdown too. Yeah, this stuff's cool, man.
Yeah, it was really fun to make. Also, like one of the most fun pieces to work on. So what you're saying is I should separate this post and have a material post with it.
I mean, so right now when I look at your portfolio,
Yeah.
the thing that kind of shouts the weakest to me is the material itself, the texture studies material.
Okay. Interesting.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean there's the maybe second is the sword.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh man, again the titles thoroughly enhanced
It never
or
stops.
thoroughly enchanted. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just enchanted; it's been
It's
thoroughly enchanted. They've
yeah,
really made sure.
very polished.
Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean this looks really cool, and I think adding like what I guess what I was suggesting is like making the one of the materials out of here, or
Okay.
even
Mm.
pulling the materials out of here, like you're suggesting, and putting it next to it
Yeah,
or over here. I don't know. Maybe you don't even need this now
exactly. No, I'm
because
thinking I
now
should
it's
do
in
it.
here.
I don't know if you noticed, but there are more materials in this post. I didn't see it on the stream. You know, like the roots one.
Yeah, this one.
No, no, the material post, the last one. There's actually a lot. If you scroll,
Oh,
I
so there's
feel
a
like
ton of stuff in here. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I have the stream in delay. That's a shame. Okay, so maybe it's a pretty bad idea to I guess pack them all like this. Maybe they should all go away.
I mean, the way the way you've titled is texture studies,
Yeah,
and like
right.
you know that the like I would actually suggest maybe um when it comes to something like this type of post is
Mm.
to put like I don't know material studies
Okay.
as like a as like a folder if you want to
Yeah.
call it that.
Ah, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Okay.
then instead of a single sphere, maybe you could do like 9, so they know that there's a ton of them in here, right?
All right. Ah, right, right, right. Okay. Yeah.
The other thing is if there's more than 9 in here,
Mhm.
if you were to put, let me think here, even if you were to put 4 in here, and let's
Mhm.
say you've got more than 4 in the actual
It
post,
already implies there are many.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could put some materials between those 4 inside of the actual post. That way they scroll past ones that weren't in the thumbnail,
Right. Mhm.
because maybe they're like, oh, I want to see that 4th one, and they scroll and they end up seeing all of them to get to the 4th
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's just a matter of understanding that it's a texture studies
Yes.
post.
Okay.
There is the way of doing the blogs, and then like Calder is saying in chat, is maybe a separate collection. I don't
Mm.
usually like collections. I don't know.
Yeah.
Usually, whenever someone posts collections, I just click the one that says all, so that I
Same.
can see them
I
all.
also always do this. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I mean, you pay for pro, so like you could totally be using your blog
That's
uh,
true. Mm.
for studies and trying stuff out.
Mm.
Is there? Do you have anything that you're working on right now?
Yeah, right now I'm currently working on I'm trying to reconstitute a ancient Roman city,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's just a huge work in progress. I don't think it's worth showing it. It's so early on.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was just curious because like you don't like this is perfect for your blog where you start like breaking down stuff, and because
That's true.
it gives you a little bit of traction as well.
Yeah.
And I imagine as ArtStation revisits the way that blogs work,
Mhm.
uh, it'll be a better way for you to get traction of people going to your portfolio, even
Okay.
when you're not posting finished things,
Yeah.
right? Because you could be like, oh, okay, this is the next update I've been working on, and this is the we're getting closer to done with this, and here's some material stuff I was doing for it. And yeah, it's a better way, I guess, to streamline the I'm working on stuff and things are happening. You should follow me flow.
Mm.
But
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't do
yeah,
this. Mm.
yeah, I'm really bad about it as well. So, but I think it does help if you're trying to get more traction in your portfolio, and
Yeah.
I think that'll only get better with time.
Yeah. Plus
Um,
getting advice or
mhm,
feedback. It's always nice.
yeah, but do you have any questions before I jump out of here? We're
Um,
already at like 30 minutes.
yeah, I'm sorry. Just very quickly.
Mm.
La la la. I just finished my contract and I'm jumping back into job searching. So if you were to do something to my portfolio right now in order to, let's say, maximize the chances, what would you remove or change, or what could I do to make it better, if possible?
If you were to just strictly remove things
Yeah.
or adjust what you're looking at,
Mm.
I would probably let me see if let me know if you can see me.
I can
Um,
see you. Yeah.
can you see the me doing this?
Yes, I can
Okay,
see you.
I'm gonna get
Mhm.
I'm gonna get real here.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those are the ones I'd remove, and then you can
Perfect.
leave the rest.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
ship stuff, I guess, like if you were to let's see if we can give it a better. So like I'd put this as 1. Ooh, I can't draw with that. 2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, and then these guys.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
I'm
yeah,
gonna quickly take a screenshot.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it in your chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks.
What tool is that that's letting you draw? That's it's called Light Shot. But no, this is cool, man. I think I look forward to seeing your next post.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for the review.
Yeah, I guess I will talk to you later then.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude.
Bye bye.
Bye. Dude, super cool. Super cool. Okay.